Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name is Acacia. Today my tripod broke and so we're at a weird angle. So before I do what I'm about to do, which is going to be a quick book haul, I know I just did a book haul, but I want to talk about a few Black authors I've picked up and my challenges and things of that nature. So the Black Lives Matter movement is very important to me. As you guys know, my sister Tanisha is Black, my future brother-in-law is Black, my future aunt-in-law, I guess that's how you'd say it, I'm not sure. But my fiance's aunt and cousins are Black. It's not that I just care about Black people because of the people I'm related to, but I see racism directly interfere with their lives, and I feel like I want to help and stop that. There's definitely been times where my sister has noticed little things that I haven't, and that's my white privilege, and I feel as though I need to step up and notice better and be a better advocate and a better ally. So donating money to causes is hard for me because I'm not always 100% sure where the money is going and how it's being distributed. And as a result, I don't always know what the best causes to support are. So my way of helping is by supporting Black artists and creators. And what I want to do in order to do that is the Black Writers Matter challenge that I am setting forth to BookTube. I need to focus on getting Black authors on my shelf in general, not just because of the movement, but also because I just need to do it. I need to hold myself accountable for having a more diverse bookshelf, and I need to hold myself accountable for giving more voice and credit to those who have experienced things different than me. I do focus quite a bit on mental health. So if you have any recommendations of books that deal with mental health by Black authors, please leave those in the comments. I'm going to try and expand my nonfiction and my fiction. I have 3 books here that are all YA, which is very rare for my channel, but I have 3 Black authors that are YA. They were just what struck me. The other thing that I'm doing as much as I can is my Patreon is choosing between 4 books. All of them are Black authors. So my book club is reading a Black author for the month of July. I need to focus on having months that are specifically for people of color on my Patreon for their reading. I need to diversify what I have for options on my Patreon book club. I've had several options that were Black authors on my Patreon book club, but I need to focus on having specifically Black authors on my Patreon book club options, and not just relying on them to pick that book. I need to just give them only that option. So in all, I really need to be more on top of it. And so what I want to do is I want to challenge BookTube as a whole, and any of my subscribers that want to join me to pledge that every 4 books they buy, they will buy a Black author. But I want buying Black authors to become a part of my general buying habits. I want to become more natural with buying people of color, and not just focusing on, and I will admit, this also requires that I push publishers to self-publish and send arcs of more people of color. In my letter to publishers, I specifically state that I am looking for books of own voices and people of color. I also voice that I am looking for books on the Me Too movement and mental health. Those things are not exclusive of each other, but they tend to be harder to find altogether. So I tend to get specifics from one genre or another. But in general, I want to focus on people of color right now. I've committed myself to reading about feminist movements, and you guys know that. You guys know I support the Me Too movement, and you guys know that I am actively working towards raising awareness and pushing for the Me Too movement. You also know that I am an ally of mental health and that I push for mental health awareness and to destigmatize mental illness. But I need to focus on Black lives right now. That's where my focus needs to be, and that's where my allyship needs to be focused on. And the best way I can do that is to buy Black authors and to focus on changing the publishing industry and showing interest in Black authors. So I challenge all of BookTube to do the same, and every 4 books you buy a book of a Black author. And so now I have these 3 books by Black authors. I've read one of them already, and then one of them is an option for my Patreon book club next month. And so I'm going to hold off on reading that until I know whether or not it is the book club pick or I'm just reading it for myself. But this one is not that one. This is The Sound of Stars by Alicia Dow. This is a story of, it's a sci-fi, and it's about a world where aliens have taken over. And in this world, a young girl has a forbidden library, and an alien finds out about it, and the alien starts to protect her and to help her run this library, even though they know that it is illegal for her to do so. This is the one that I've read. I gave it 4 stars. My reason was I found that I wanted more exploration of what this book was trying to say. This is A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Monroe. This is the story of, it's a fantasy, and it's about a woman who literally has issues with demons, and also a woman who is a siren. And they're teen girls, and these girls have a tough home life, and they're trying to learn how to cope with their difference, and their difference is specifically in Black women. Black women are usually, only Black women are sirens, but not all Black women are sirens. And in this case, one of our lead characters is a siren. And in the very beginning of the book, there is a woman who is being accused of being a siren, and she has been murdered by her boyfriend, and everyone is now saying that it's possible that the murder was her own fault because she was a siren. And our main character is trying to stay below the line of sight and stay out of the limelight and off the internet, just to try and avoid the fact that she is a siren and that she could potentially be in danger, because prior to this time, back in the 60s, there was siren trials, and many sirens were killed because they were sirens. And so now they are just in danger for being who they are. And it's a story about racism and sexism, and I really enjoyed it. I just wanted it to go further. This is the one that I have as an option for my book club. This is Black Girl Unlimited by Echo Brown. This one is based on a memoir, or based on her true life. It is a fantasy again, though, or magical realism, I believe is the term that they used. Echo is a wizard from the east side of Cleveland, where and apartments are small and her parents suffer from addiction. Well, to the white rocks, which I'm assuming is something like cocaine. Yet there's magic everywhere. New portals begin to open, and Echo transfers to a rich white school on the west side, and an insightful teacher becomes pivotal mentor each day. Echo travels between worlds, leaving her brother and her friends and a piece of herself on the east side. There are dangers to leaving behind the place that made you. Echo soon recognizes the pain of flowing through everyone around her and the black veil of depression threatening to undo everything she worked for. Heavily autobiographical and infused with magical realism, Black Girl Unlimited fearlessly explores intersectionality of poverty, sexual violence, depression, racism, and sexism. This is right up my alley. I am very excited about this. I will read this within the next month, regardless of whether or not it is chosen, but I do think this is going to be a fantastic read. So those are all of the books that I have picked up, or that have arrived, I should say, in the last week. The book haul that I did last was generally white, which I'm very disappointed in myself for. But I need to be more aware, and I know that, and I'm taking ownership. So, please let me know if you have any recommendations of Black authors, as I will be needing them so that I can buy them when I buy more books. And please let me know of any books having to do with mental health written by Black authors. And if there are any specific books you would like to see reviewed on my channel, nonfiction, fiction, romance, fantasy, science fiction, or YA. If you find any Black author thrillers, I would also be interested in that. Thank you so much for watching. I post videos every Tuesday and Thursday. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, click that subscribe button down below. I will talk to you in the next video, and I'll see you there. Bye.